Anna-Marie, Rindom.
Yeah.
Third time you're world champion in the laser. Now Ilka 7. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Last week you won it again. What about your jet lag?
Yeah, it's definitely coming together now. It's getting better and better every day. But I'm used to traveling back and forth, and yeah, as long as you can wake up in the morning, it's quite good. Yeah. But it's been tough to go from Texas to here.
Yeah, you made your title. When did it stop? When did you fly over and from Texas?
I actually I finished the championship Sunday afternoon, and then the prize giving was moved forward, so I could make my flight.
Just for you?
Just for me.
Good.
I felt, yeah.
Did you put some pressure on them?
I asked if they could move it forward, because I had the championship here in Monaco. So they moved it forward, and then I went directly in the airport, and luckily the flight went all good, because now with flying it can be so delayed all the time. So that was lucky.
So how was your racing in Texas? I mean, the regatta, was it a strong wind regatta, or I mean in the middle? I followed it through the middle of the week, and I felt it was pretty close. But finally, you had like 10 points the lead or more. I mean, you were winning quite comfortable.
I didn't start so well in the regatta, or actually it was quite okay. All the points were really tight, so from 1 to 15 it was only 8 points. So even though I was 10th, I was still very close to the top. But I think for me, because I started laser sailing again in August with a training camp in Marseille, where there's going to be the Olympics next time, and just having a break,
it was a gap year after your
exactly.
Olympics.
I had 9 months of break, so I trained in August, and obviously I haven't done a big regatta for so long. So it took me a while to just get back in shape, and sailing in a big fleet is also it's very untypical compared to training. So that took me some days before I got really the pattern on how it should be done.
So the gold fleet was sailed with how many boats? About
the gold fleet was around 50. So we were around like 100 sailors in the regatta.
And then you made it better in the gold fleet. Was it windy? Was it exhausting? Or?
It was actually the first 3 days we only had 4 races, and even though we were waiting a lot every time there was wind coming, there was a lot of wind coming. So it was hiking races, all races. So minimum I would say 8 to 12 knots through the whole regatta. So quite a lot of wind, and then the last 3 days, because we were behind in races, we caught up. So instead of having 6 races in the gold fleet, we had 8 races in the gold fleet. So it was a very high level, and everyone from the Olympics was there. So top 10 from the Olympics was there, and that's the first time we meet again. So it was quite exciting.
So you didn't expect to win because of your break?
I definitely didn't expect it, and I was a bit surprised that I could take the win. But I think sailing so many other boats, I've done a lot of hours on the water, not in laser, but doing a lot of hours and actually chatting to a lot of good sailors about sailing. It's super important, and it gives me a lot of knowledge on how to sail the laser also.
So that's why you're here, maybe. I mean, I see your colleague Jean-Baptiste is here as well. Monaco. He's doing. I think he's sailing for our prince. No, he's not the prince, for Kasiragi. He's in the Malaysia project. He started it, and with Boris Herrmann, our German guy, doing the Vendée Globe, and he's pretty much in the game. And he's from the club here, and I heard that Jean-Baptiste, he took the best sailor of the world, a laser world champion in the laser, as we say, and you're the best women sailor in the world. It's winning the worlds. The question is, there's so many Olympic sailor now. I got the feeling that going to other classes to get some other ideas about sailing is good for your way forward to the next Olympics.
I
What's your feeling?
think it can give me a lot of knowledge on how to sail the boat, and I can see there's been a gap between women and men, and in the men's fleet there is they sail a lot of other boats because they have an opportunity to come on different teams and learn a lot, and the women, you don't see that in Olympic women's sailing, and I think we want to break that barrier to come out and sail other boats, because you can learn a lot from being on a team and talking to great sailors about how the wind is looking and how the sail shape should be, and there's so many things that you can learn, and the laser is quite simple. So if you can get some knowledge from other boats, I think that can only help you. But of course you need to use a lot of time in the laser as well. But it's my 13th world, so I've done it many years. So I believe that the right direction for me now is to sail other boats, but then do less time in the laser, but try to do it with as much quality as possible, of course.
So you got the possibility of a Danish owner or Danish team. You're part of it.
So it's a Danish team and a Danish owner that asked me last year after the Olympics if I want to do Europeans and Worlds. So we did Europeans as a team for the first time, and it was just really great. We got a lot of races in. A lot of wind as well, so we learn a lot from that. And they asked me. We were in the middle of the fleets, and the first mixed team. Okay. So I think that's also quite cool that we are 2 women on board, and it's just definitely in the direction of getting more women into sailing. That's also in the line with my values as a sailor and who I want to be as a role model into the professional world of sailing. They asked me to come back next year, so I'm very happy about that.
And is it kind of a paid job, or is it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, this is the next step. I mean, as you see around here, and in the, I would say dinghy park, but it's not the dinghy park. It's the harbor here in Monaco. There are so many professionals around, the greatest names, and most of them are paid hands. And for women, it's what you said before. I mean, it's not that easy, but of course, who else should be a tactician if not you, winning a gold medal and so being so far ahead of your game? So you feel something changed for women's sailing?
I definitely think that these days there is a big change. I think SailGP has something to do with it. I'm a part of that team as well, and they are definitely doing a big job in getting women into the sailing world, because it is a hard world to get into. You need to have a network, you need to know people, and we have done so many years now in Olympic sailing that of course we are lacking some skills in terms of looking at a big sail and seeing how should it be. But I think in regarding to the tactics and the strategy on a race course, I think laser sailors is some of the best ones in the world, to kind of see the pattern. And I think especially this regatta where there's 90 boats on the starting line, it reminds me so much about laser sailing.
If we would do some sailing.
If we do some sailing, hopefully we will.
But we will see. But is it the way you're looking for as a career? You want to go professional sailing, and you think you can make your living from that? Or? Yeah.
Well, you never know, but I'm definitely keen on trying to pursue that dream and to see where it leads me to. And as long as I'm also doing an Olympic campaign on the side, I think that's possible. But hopefully I can make it work.
What about the America's Cup? There's some women sailing involved as well. Do you try to get a team together from Denmark? Or?
We had a chat about it last year after the Olympics. It does cost a lot of money, and it would be a very, very big dream come true to be a part of the America's Cup, of course. And now that they made a women's /youth team, I definitely see that in the future. If we could get a team from Denmark, would be absolutely amazing. Very, very big as well. But I see when we have a SailGP team, I think everything is possible.
Yeah, of course.
So
how old are you? What's your?
I'm 31 at the moment. Yeah.
So should be, because I remember now Annie Lush. Of course you know her. She's from England, and she's part of the German IMOCA team from Boris Herrmann right now, and she might be some kind of a role model, because she did some Olympics and now she is really. I sailed with her in Lorient on the boat, and it was like amazing what kind of knowledge she has, and what kind of. It's not like sailing with the boys. It's with the boys. They're watching her, because she did like I think two Volvo Ocean races and so might this be a step for you as well to go offshore?
It could be. It's not at the moment. I definitely think that you should be, as a sailor, you should be diverse. So it's a good thing that you kind of go through all the steps. And I think offshore racing is just a part of it, and getting a better sailor and getting more knowledge about how, for example, the weather system works. So at the moment, it's not my dream, but I think in the future it could be. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. You have any plan B, or did you do some studies, or what?
So I do
a proper Olympic campaign. I know. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what I studied sports science along all the campaigning for the Olympics.
Makes sense.
I started back in 2013, and I'm still trying to finish my master degree. I have half a year left now, so hopefully that will happen as well. And I think I can use a lot that I did in my studies in the sailing world as well, because obviously it's sports science, and you can learn about the psychologists in it, and nutrition, and just how you physically work, because laser is a very physical boat, and you need to be in good shape, especially as a girl. You need to show that you can have some power. So
cool. We will follow your path forward, and it's good to see you here, and hopefully see you on the water maybe.
Yes,
yesterday
for sure.
we tried a little bit, but then went in again, so I don't know what's happening today.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Hopefully we will sail. It's a part of sailing that sometimes you need to wait, and it's a waiting game, so when it happens we have to be ready.
Wish you good luck, and
Thank
good
you
luck
very much
for your Olympic campaign, of course.
Thank you.